Hi all, welcome to People of the Stars for Pathfinder First Edition, Kyber 1 64th review. Not 164th, my 64th. The themes here are Galarian solar system and the fantastic approach to the wonders of space. This reminds me of the old PBS show Nova, and I could watch that for hours and wish I was doing something else, but I would like it, but just, man, I needed friends. So, and it reminds me also a little bit of Ultimate Muscle with just a bit of weirdness in there, and I like that. My big complaint though is I would like more specifics about the planets because they have little hooks in there, but they're not like adventure hooks, right? And that to me just like it makes me want more from every planet. Um, the key points though are the constellations. You get north on the front and south on the back cover. Like, okay, so this is super handy because okay, say you enter a dungeon and it's the middle of the day and you're in the northern hemisphere, and when you leave, you look up at the night sky, but the stars don't look right. That is awesome. Like, that would blow an astrologer's mind. You go back in the cave, but it collapsed or it teleports away. World building, awesome. Traveling dungeons are awesome. So that's not in here, but I'm just saying you kind of need stuff like that occasionally because it's fun. This is like the perfect travel brochure, and that's why it's my high praise. It's a perfect travel brochure for any trillionaire that has infinite resources and they're like, hey, I need a bodyguard because I'm going to go hunt a worm on the rings of Lavaria, which is a planet. Yep. Lavaria is on 25, or Liavara. Yes, Liavara, I think. Um, so you have the rules index on 3, the sun on page 5, the race of androids on 6 to 7, the planet Abalon on 7, the race of Kasathas on 8 to 9, planet Castrovel on 9, Lashunta, the race on 10 to 11, Galarian on 11, that's planet, the one you should be most familiar with, Triaxans, which are a race, on 12 to 13, and they have this racial ability that if they're born in the winter, they have one effect, and if they're born in the summer, they have another effect. But if they're born in spring or fall, they don't have either effect, which is kind of cool and different. Then you have Akaton, it's a planet on 13. Other people of the stars on 14 to 15. And if you're familiar with Starfinder, they have the Ratman, the Yiskoi, or Yosoki. Those are pretty cool. You have Planet Versus, or Verses on 15. The solar system on 16 and 17. Now this is really cool because it page numbers what planet or what page the planets are described on, and it even includes the asteroid belt. The Interstellar Adventures on 18. It's more like advice, like how do you get to these other planets? How do you deal with gravity? How do you deal with survival and spell casting in space? Interstellar equipment on 19, like a pressure suit or like condensed air for breathing. The Diaspora. That's the asteroid belt. That's on 19. Distant stars is basically. Ooh, distant stars, where are you? Come on, come on, There we are. Okay. Um, so Into the Night featured something about a space whale, but here's a space whale you can imagine, and this is a far superior product, in my opinion, to Into the Night because so much more of it is graspable, and I'm not reading. It's showing me. It's not telling me. It's telling me what I need to know, but it doesn't rely on just the tell. And I'm reading paragraphs of information for no purpose. I like to use my brain. I don't want to just sit there and blah, blah, this, blah, blah, blah. I just want to show players a picture of what they can expect. So you have the planet Eox on 21, which is cool. It's like this planet with these necromancers kind of people on there. What do they call them? Okay, so yes, bone sages. I don't know why that got lost in there. Important locations, the Church of Silence. That sounds awesome. Oh, sorry. Then you have the Dark Tapestry on 22 and 23. That goes over kind of Cthulhu-esque elements. Triaxis is a planet. It's on 23. Star Touched. It's kind of this cool thing on 24 and 25. Show you. Boom. Want to be Star Touched. Look at that awesomeness. Liavara is on 25. That's what really makes me think of, oh, this would be great for a safari brochure for a trillionaire with infinite money because, oh yeah, I got these ring snake boots on Lavaria's rings, or Liavara's rings, yes. Mwah. Love my boots. And then you have astronomy on 26 and 27, the planet Brethida on 27, interstellar spells on 28 and 29, the planet Apostate on 29, interstellar magic items on 30 and 31, and finally the planet Octurne on 31. So the pros here are, even if you use nothing directly, it's still an excellent resource for ideas. For instance, if you go anywhere at night and you see the constellations, like maybe they twinkle a special way. Maybe you can have like a foretelling of a prophecy or something. Brilliant. Like, use things to your best use. Do what you can with it because it's brilliant and I love it. The cons, though, is the magic almost feels too limited. Like, in the Did You Know section, and this is something I enjoy, it goes over kind of how futile spellcasters kind of are. And unfortunately, you don't feel powerful if you'd have to cast a teleport spell once every hour for 3 straight years to make it to the closest planet. Yeah. I recommend this for GMs or people that like both Galarian and the Nova show on PBS. Just, it's so cool. You enter the dungeon. Time passes, you do what you need to do, you leave the dungeon, but by the constellations, you're not in the same place that you started off in. All right, Kyber 1 out. Hope you enjoyed.